Hey guys, how you doing? I know it's been a long time since I posted something, and since my channel is kind of just a casual thing, it's not like something sponsored or anything weird like that. It's just for fun, and it's all about gaming, hobbying, LARPs, role plays, video games, computer games, etc. I've been kind of busy with work and kind of getting ready for the ESO launch. I've been doing some of the testing and whatnot. So in the meantime, I got this game because I saw Ricky Royale do it online, and I instantly loved it. So I'm going to open this up real quick, show you what it is. Oh man. I don't want to ruin what's in here, but they kind of package it kind of weird. I have to cut across the receipt here to get into it. So I'm gonna do this. Oh man, that's kind of thick. All right. All right, so a little unboxing here. Let me push this back a little bit. This is, I like to say, this is kind of like Magic the Gathering on steroids. This is Serpent's Tongue. You can see right here. I don't think it's that popular right now, but it's really cool. And this is just the this is like a 10-pound box. No joke. This is 10 pounds. Anyway, alright, as I cut out my receipt. Alright folks, this is Serpent's Tongue. And what it is kind of like a kind of like Magic the Gathering a little bit, but it's kind of got a little bit more than that to it. Let me kind of show you. First of all, it's kind of like casting spells, but it's kind of got more of a different element to it. This, don't worry about this. This is the archive, Serpent's Tongue archive box. It has like the complete list of spells. You can get like boosters and stuff like that. And right now, these are just the complete booster thing. I'll probably open that next. Oh, it's a little damaged. Probably because of me. I kind of like my stuff nice and pristine, but oh well. It looks nice. All right, so this is the core box or master. No. This is the core box. I forgot what it's called. It's got a different name to it. But it was on sale, so I got both of them for a good price. So this is some of the stuff you get. This is going to be your kind of like your health mana tracker. I believe there's resonance, which is kind of like mana. Then your harmony, which is, I guess, is kind of like your attunement to like the world. And I guess if it's negative, then you're like kind of losing your touch, I guess, to reality or whatnot. I'll have to look up the actual terms. And then your health, pretty much. I think it has a different name, but it's pretty much your health. And like in Magic, you kind of gotta damage them and pretty much kill the other opponent. But in this game, it's not just an opponent. You can do PvP, you can do PvE, and you can do like multiplayer PvP kind of stuff too, and multiplayer co-op. And they have different bad guys or evil mages or spirits and elementals and all this kind of weird stuff that you can fight that have like an AI to it, so you don't have to actually keep track of much to it. So let me show you. It's pretty good quality. It's good, nice cardboard thickness, good color to it. This is kind of weird. It looks like this kind of weird, but it matches up to this, and it doesn't look like a weird gradient when you got the numbers in here. So like not only just damaging your opponent's health wins you the game, but even just different spells can sap them of their mana or resonance, and then there's different spells that can actually sap them of their oh man, I just totally forgot what I just called it. Harmony. There's harmony, which is your good stuff, and then discord, which is your negative stuff. So it stacks on discord, which I believe when you have 7 discord, you have to start making rolls which can damage you. So not only just damaging them straight, ooh, it's starting to come out. Not only just damaging them with just straight up attacks, but you can actually hurt them kind of like over time by hurting their resonance, or their resonance and their harmony discord. So you got 2 of these, and then you have tokens. And I believe some of these tokens are just markers for your different shields, spell shields, and different things that happen. Then you have these tokens, I believe, that can be used for different counters, stacks for your shields as well. But I think also the different colors are used for AI options, for AI being your artificial intelligence for your enemies that you go PvP or PvE against. Excuse me, PvE. And so it's kind of like random. So each boss will be like difficulty levels, and it'll tell you how much of these tokens to put in there. And like if you when you randomly draw one, it'll correspond to how much resonance, how much harmony, discord they have, and how much health they might have. And then it'll tell you what it does and to who. So that's pretty good. Looks like these are different timers because they got hourglasses. Some spells have timers on them. And I think these are the shield ones. It looks like shields. And then there's P. I think they're permanent. Like you can put different like items that kind of like manifest. I guess like stone and different reagents that you can spawn and then use later to power your spells up. I guess there's different terms here. Sustain. Some purple tokens. Looks like a witch or something. Counter. Oh, these are the different looks like these are the different different character, like you can get like special character options too, I believe, when you do. Oh, there's like a campaign mode, I think, too, that lets you do that. Okay, so anyway, moving along. So those are the tokens. But what makes this game like really fun and cool looking is the way they made it interactive. Okay, so here's some of the cards, and the art, I'm looking at it because I was looking at the video, is like amazing. Too many lights that I'm under, sorry. So like there's some of the spells, and here's some more awesome art from the spells. Definitely have to see this personally to actually get it. The art is amazing. And that's what also drew me to this, that they didn't half-ass this at all. It looks really nice. Here is, what is this? This is your part of your Codex. One of the player's codexes, or codices. So you get that, and I'll show that to you later. These are sleeves that your cards go in your Codex. Rivets for putting your Codex, putting your counter together. And here's what I was looking for too. Nice. This is one of the codexes, or codices. Nice. It's metal, which is good. It's not plastic. It ain't going to be falling apart anytime soon. It's a nice faux leather, and when I mean nice faux leather, I mean it's nice. It's definitely worth the quality. This is the one I'm going to be using. It's got a nice little V-looking shape for vampire. I kind of like that kind of crap. So that's probably going to be using mine, and I'll let my girlfriend use the other one. But this is like a black. Here's the, I think this is a crystal of some sort, for something, I believe. I'll have to figure that out. A timer, because you can use the timer option for when people are casting spells. And then the dice, I believe, helps with initiative in certain things. But this is like, I guess, like an option you can use when you are competitive or want to make it a little bit more hardcore. I'll tell you why as well. Let me get the other guy out here. Oh, it's nice. I thought this was like a dark, like an obvious brown, but it's not. It's a really dark brown, so it's like almost black. So it's nice though too. So here are the codices. A stand for the cards that you play, or the boss you can stand up for, and then the rulebook. It's kind of small. It looks nice. Look, the art is really nice. Nice quality paper. It's a little scratched up. I don't know why, but it's not that big of a deal. But it's nice. All right, so let me get to the point here. I'm gonna pause this and get one of these cards out, show you why this game is. Be very careful when opening these. I didn't do anything, but packaging is very tight, so I'd recommend an X-Acto blade and not like an actual knife to cut it. All right, so the cool thing about this game, another cool thing, not only the art, but it's got a lot to it. Notice, let me zoom this in, see if it focuses on this card for me. So it's got like the element. I don't know the different terms here yet. Oh my god, why doesn't my camera want to focus? It never wants to like focus anymore. Anyway. So you have these different, obviously, like it tells you what it does. Like this is like the payment cost, obviously -4 mana or -4 resonance. And then it shows here like harmony, because some spells are kind of powerful and actually hurt you when you use the harmony. This one obviously no harmony damage to you. And it tells you what it does and stuff like that. But the cool thing about this game is you have to actually articulate and hand gesture the spells. So when you have in your spell book, like this is your deck, kind of like your deck building, and you put it in your pages here. I'll show you that later. But here's how you cast the spell, right? Each spell has a different hand gesture. So like an attack has, let me see here. It'll show you right here. This is how you hand gesture it. So it's kind of like a hand gesture. And in competitive mode, you're gonna have to do that, or a spell never goes off. You have to get it right, or the spell won't go off, and you actually, I believe, lose harmony or something like that. You hurt yourself. It's an advantage if you don't get. It's a disadvantage if you don't get it right, and an advantage to your opponent. So as you can see here, you have a glyph right here, and this is like how you pronunciate. So I believe you start the circle, and you'll find on your cheat sheet in your book. It's not really a cheat sheet; it actually just helps you. That you start here, go here, go here, and go here. So when you look at it, this is the like advanced one, but like like in that one, it looked like it went like it started around here, went down to here, went up to here, and then went down to here. Let me find. All right, so I cracked open one of the sets for the codices. They look like they're the same because it's got the same art. Looks like one's a little different. Maybe just be the packaging of adding different things, but like. These pages are very nice. Each one comes in your codex. And it has awesome little text here I'll have to read. Let me try to find this sheet. Oh, okay, here. So it shows you the different, I guess, kind of mana or schools of magic. Okay, let me find it. Some great art here. I'd like to read all this too. Fortunately, I have to work tonight too, so I'm kind of doing this at the same time. Nice little map here. Is it the map of the... It looks like almost. It's very similar looking to our Earth, but not too close. So I guess this is. Oh, okay, here you go. So that was Soul. Then the purple looks like Mind. The Moon eclipsed is Quantum, and the blue is bio or biological, and then red is Matter. And then blue is Force. I'm still trying to find. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so here you get your little. It's not really a cheat sheet. It just kind of shows you the glyph, and they made their own language actually for this game. All right, so let me see if I can get it. I kind of cheated. Not really. It starts with an A. I know that because I flipped it over real quick. All right, so as you can see, when you cast your spell, not only you have to do this symbol because it's an attack symbol. But, okay, so you start here. So, if we remember, it's an A. I'm kind of doing this to the camera here. A, let's see, let me get close here. A, okay, so A, H, M, so it's going up there. A, H, M, what symbol is that? U. So it would be AHMU. So Amu. Okay. So when you cast a spell, you don't look at the back. You hold the. You can either put it in your stand here, so the other person sees it, or you hold the card up and then you pronounce it. So it would be Amu, and then you your opponent will say, I believe there's two different words. There's a word for correct and a word for incorrect. So they tell you whether or not it's correct or incorrect. And hopefully they don't cheat and say, nope, got it wrong. I guess there's pronunciation in here, but I guess the close enough is good. And then you don't have to use any of this, but I think it's actually gives a lot of flavor to this. So I mew, and then you actually cast the spell. So that's pretty cool, I think. Let me put one of these codexes together here so you can kind of see what I mean about this game. Alright, so I put it all together here and I realized, so here's an example of one of the AIs or PvE type monsters, Arcane Devourer, and kind of tells you about it. This one's an Abomination of Mirovech. C.Y. Pasley, or C. Pasley maybe. He's cool looking. Lesser Sentient Shadow. If you look at Ricky Royale, I believe he battles this one and loses, I think. But again, he only shows you example of how to use every type of action. So he doesn't really play it really. Looks like Esoteric Counter Assault Squad are the different bad guys. I haven't opened the other pack, so there might be some more. I know there's a different chart here for when you campaign. So again, the art's really cool. So let me. So here's your codex. Each character, each player gets one of these, and you can have multiple people playing this game versus each other, versus one person, etc. So it's nice and thick too. All right, so let me sleeve one of these things so you can show how this fits in here. I think there's a way to set up how to sleeve it correctly, but I'm just going to show you an example. As you see, this one's sleeved here right now. You can kind of see right here. You just put the sheet in here and then you put it back in the ring binder here. And then when you build your deck, you choose your spells. I believe there's again a way to choose your spells. And you just place them in your book here. So that way no one can see what you're going to play. So here's your deck right here. And you'll have it off to the side or in front of you or wherever you want it. So when it's your turn to play, I believe you have to have 3 spells. You have 2 turns, I believe. And those are what those yellow counters are, I believe, in this thing here. You just flip them over when you're done. You get 2 turns, I believe, per activation. So when it's my turn, I go once. And then when it's my opponent's turn, he goes once, and then I go, and then he goes, and that's 1 full turn, I believe. Only one thing kind of weird that these bite into here, but I guess that's if you want to build like bigger decks so it can fit. It's not that big of an issue, but give it your book a little more archaic look, wear and tear to it, I guess. Anyway, so you'll have a section set aside for 3 spells. So when it's your turn or when you're preparing, you put 3 of your spells from your book here into the front. And that way you can only cast those 3 during that one turn. You can't keep looking through, I believe. Depends, I guess, what kind of game. But anyway. Oh, here are the... Where did it go? I have the... oh, here. The gestures. For enchantment, it's kind of like this, I guess, in a square. And defense is always like a circle, and then like an attack is always a certain swoosh, I guess. And then you got the cheat sheet thing, your pronunciation. Well, there's a pronunciation table here. So that's kind of like the deck here, and so each person will get one, and you'll cast your spells, kind of like Magic the Gathering or any kind of Magic card game. You pick out the card, you have to enchant, you have to say the word, use your symbol, your hand symbol, which you don't have to, I guess. I think it's kind of cool that you have to, and then you cast your spell and put it in play. So I can't wait to play this game. I won't be able to play it tonight or even attempt to play it tonight since I gotta work tonight because damn snow in fucking springtime. 70 degrees one day, snow the next day. Only in Virginia, right? Anyway, so the timer is leading into what this just happened with the different symbols and stuff like that. Is I guess kind of like hardcore, or maybe it's the regular mode. And you know, all games are guidelines, or all rules are guidelines. Excuse me. So I guess when you play this, it gives them enough time to look up their card, how to pronounce it, and how to hand gesture it. And if they do it, I guess within the time limit, it goes off. But I guess that's kind of like the more pro veteran mode, or when you're used to the game. So that's that. I believe this crystal is for something special. Then again, this is for either the boss, or if you just want to put this on a stand and then try to do the gesture, your opponent can see to make sure you did it right. So this is the different spells, and I guess I'll open the other box. Let's look at the archive. This thing's heavy as hell. All right, let me. Oh god, it's hard to open because these are kind of in blister pack type deals. Let me show you what I mean here, because you can buy them separately. And I don't know if these are random, or if this is the whole set, or not. Or if there are rares and weird things like that, kind of like in Magic. Now, they were saying weird things online that these were not sealed. Mine are sealed. Maybe it was the first run that wasn't. They're upside down, maybe. No, they're still sealed, so that's a good sign. I guess maybe the first run. Oh no, it's not sound. This is the symbol, so it's an S, Serpent's Tongue. So I guess it looks like this. It just, I guess the text looks like it's upside down. It is upside down. That's still an S, but there's no T. The T is here. Okay, so anyway, weird. Sorry, rambling. So like they have different blister packs, and again the cards are obviously big. Let me show you what I mean. Here is my Pathfinder Adventure card game. These are standard size, so you can see here. A lot bigger. Maybe double, or maybe more than that. Anyway, so these are sealed, so that's a good sign. I know when people were doing their videos, they were not sealed. These are sealed, so maybe it was just the first print. And I don't know again if all of these are just random boosters that were put in here, or if all of these are actually the set in here. They look like they're random boosters. I would like them to be random boosters. And I don't know, I'll have to look through them. I don't know if there's like a rarity level to it or not. Oh, well, there's different spell levels, I know that. I know they get harder and harder. Here's an example. No, that's not a good example. This is a... Okay, this is a good example. Sorry. Again, I'm still new to this. So this is like a level 1, so it's really easy. As you can see, it's 1, 2, and 3. So it's really easy to pronounce and to hand gesture. Again, the attack is going to be that hand swoosh symbol. Oh no, it's not. So maybe it's different? Weird. Okay, well this, it looks like a fist, and it doesn't do any, you don't have to do any hand motion, but it looks like a fist, which is weird because I thought all the attacks are, absorb weave. Weird. Okay, whatever. So as you can see, it's only it starts with a circle, so it's only gonna be a 1, 2, 3. So only 3 symbol, but we actually have to say the word. It looks like I cheated. I looked on the other side. Dalvad Av. So it's a 1. I guess it's harder because this is the word. It's more paths to it. So it's a 1. That's a 2. Let me find you the other. They're not rarities, but they're the harder the spell, the harder it is to do. But the stronger it is. So if you can get the spell off, the cooler it is. So this one's Shield Disrupt. I'll have to read what that does, but it's a defense. As you can see down here, it's a level 3. I think it goes to 5. So you can tell. See how your glyph now is really hard to read, and look how many things you have to do to actually get it off. Let me show you what it looks like. Hasim Yaziv. That's tough. So you got to do the first word, looks like, and then the second word, and then the hand gesture to get the shield off. Only has 1 durability on it, so I don't know what kind of... seems... I guess I'll have to read. I mean, it's a level... Here's a level 4 spell, as you can see right here. Let me focus. Magic. Now you have no glyph. Now you have this. And now you have to look at how to say that thing through here, and then how to pronounce it. And you can imagine in tournaments, probably the best thing to do is memorize your spells. But imagine how fast this is gonna go. You look at this. This is like a language. Oh my God. So Shen, Adam, Refior, Ethali, Kalnathi, Shen, and then you gotta do that to get this spell off. What does it do though? Looks like it's really cheap to use. It's a curse, and it looks like it does damage over time. That's what it looks like. Let me see if I can find a 5. I know the 5 does like a ridiculous amount of damage, and like to everything. I don't see a 5 in this stack. It might be in another stack. I'd like to show you 5 in the other pack, and it looks like there is... Oh, here okay, I think advanced characters that you can be. Let me, oh. Come on, focus. It's cool art. Very, very nice art. Void Speaker, it looks like. A Chant of Forms. A Prodigy Esper. A Life Chanter. A Krell Rift Master. And a Hermetic Chemist. So I guess there's one of each like different flavor. What is this? Oh, you get relics too, I believe, that help you. You can choose one of your like relics. They do like kind of like in Magic. They do a few cool things and they're gone. This looks like it's got a different back to it. No, I thought it would be like super crazy spell. All right, let me find a 5 for you guys. When you build your deck, I mean, probably in the beginning, probably only want to start. Oh, maybe this doesn't come with a 5. It doesn't look like it comes with a 5. Probably because it's a starter, and you probably would never be able to do the 5 out of the starter. Not me, at least. It's good to probably in beginners probably do a 1, a couple 1s, a couple 2s, and maybe like a 3 as your like really powerful hit card. Let me open one of these, see if I can find a 5. Alright, so everyone loves opening blisters and fun stuff and revealing cool stuff. This one had a black back, which is kind of weird because these don't have black backs. I don't think even the relics don't even have black backs. They have cool information about them. So let's flip it over and see what the hell it is. Well, oh, it's like a Avar Shar. It's a weird texture to it. It looks like a key. Maybe for something cool? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I don't know if they all come with one. Anyway, they don't look like they're in face order, which isn't a big deal. So again, the art is fantastic. They did not do bad at all. I love this art. It's amazing. I'm pissed. Not really pissed, but I'm unfortunate that I can't find a 5 spell for you. I love that eye. Crystallite or diamond skin. It's gorgeous. Look at that eye. Anyway, damn, no 5 for you in there, but the 5 is like ridiculous. I mean, you saw the 4, right? So you can kind of tell the 5 is probably like, how the hell? I don't know how you're supposed to do it. Anyway, so that's that. This is Serpent's Tongue. So I can see this game really taking off. I hope it does, because it's really cool. You can like role play with this and even LARP with this type of stuff, because all it requires is I mean, I guess it requires dice and tokens and stuff if you want, but in the end it really, I mean, like, it's cool. I mean, you don't have to use certain items and stuff like that. I guess you could keep track of your health and stuff maybe on a piece of paper or something like that. If you don't have a tracker with you, like if you role play or something like that. But or LARP with this. Oh, that's one of my spells. Flying out. Anyway, so it's like a deck building game as well. I'm sure in the rules it probably tells you like a good way to start, and I'm sure there are good combinations between the different schools of magic, but I'm sure there's more synergy between the same school of magic. But I'm sure. Where did this go? I'm sure there's good combinations between them too. They obviously it's a deck building game, so it's not just going to be like you have to collect all the yellows and be good at yellow to do well. Kind of like in Magic, where you can mix and match different schools of magic as well. Let me put one of these together all the way. Alright, so it took some time, but maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. Only because it's a little tedious putting these little card holders in here. The one thing I did notice was, this is the only thing I feel like they dropped the ball on, are the sleeves. They're strong, but I found one that had like a slice on the opening side, so the card might slide out eventually and fall out. Not likely, but it may. So it wasn't connected all the way. And then where they punched the holes, a couple of them did not meet perfectly with the card. It wasn't a big deal because they still fit. It was just a tight squeeze. So let me show you. So I guess I'm gonna, there's enough sleeves because there's only 27 cards in your deck. So they give you definitely enough of the holders for that. So let me give you an example. So like you'd put your 3 spells that you'd be using your turn from your book here into the front page. So the other player knows that you put 3 spells here. And then your deck is built kind of like this. So like let's say I'm taking a couple of amnesias and so forth. So maybe while the other person's deciding what to play, I'm deciding beforehand what I'm going to be playing. So I kind of get my book ready, take the spells out of here. Maybe I don't want to use this one. You know, maybe I put it up like this so they can't see, and maybe I go, okay, maybe I'm going to use amnesia instead. So I'll take that. I don't think it matters where you put them. I think it's just a quick reference. So maybe put all the color coordinated, or maybe the cards that will synergy off each other. So maybe like this and a shield or whatever, because it's a gas, so you can put a gas into play. It's like a reagent. So maybe like this needs a gas reagent. So maybe I have them back to back and I can put them ready to go. So maybe that'll be my opening hand. So like maybe I'm gonna put a shield or something up that requires a gas or something. So for my first turn, I'm probably putting this up to conjure up the gas, and then my turn 2 using whatever it is that uses up the gas, maybe like a shield or something. So it's cool. You like you build your deck, but it's in your codex, which is kind of a very neat idea. I think there was one game that I saw online that was very similar to this. Wasn't fully like it, but similar. So you can see the cards are held here. Here's an example, I believe, of the thing not matching up. As you can see, it's like a tight. See, the loop is a little lower than this, so it just fits tighter, but it's not that big of a deal. I think the wear and tear will widen it a bit. I don't recommend cutting it. I cut one and it kind of sliced down the middle. Like I tried to widen the gap and I kind of slipped, so it just sliced through it, but it still fit. I just kind of messed up the page a little bit. So that's how that works. So here's like the advanced symbol, I believe for like level 4 and 5 spells. Use this one. And fits tight in here. It's not bending anything though. I'm sure they did some testing on whether or not they bend, but that's just me being kind of weird about my stuff. The only bad thing about this is the cards are big, which is not, it's double edge, I think. It's cool because there's a lot, so you can see it easily. It's got some cool information. A lot of the rules are on it already, so that's kind of a cool method of doing it. The only problem is, how am I going to sleeve these? I don't like my cards unsleeved. Oh well, I don't think they'll be sleeved. Just be careful with them, I guess. So that's the game. Let me see here. Maybe I'll get one of these life counter things set up as well. So let me show you that. Alright, so here's, I guess, your counters here. You have your resonance, which is kind of like your mana, so you kind of just spin it. Don't make them too tight or else you can't spin it. They're kind of like plastic screws, which is kind of cool. Problem is if they're too loose, they kind of bump into each other, but it's not that big of a deal. So here's your counter for your resonance, which is like your mana, or your fuel, or whatever you want to call it. Your resonance, so it can go in the negative, and then it'll kind of show you a special number here. The 7 kind of glows a little bit. Let me, 7 kind of glows. That kind of reminds you that you start doing Discord events, which pretty much, I think you have to roll under, or it's either under or higher than, I think it's under your, something like that, under the number or something, over there under the number. So it gets harder and harder as you go. And then your life. I think you start off with 10, but it looks like it maxes at 15. So maybe 15 is your max. So I think the back is kept for campaigns. It looks like it's got different symbols on it as well. So that's that. There's your counters. Cool. So like this game is kind of like Magic. You play the spells, etc., etc. There are interrupts and stuff like that. And I think these are the interrupt stones. So when you play an interrupt or something on someone else's turn, it still counts as an action. But you take this instead. So when it does become your turn, regardless of what happens, you still get your turn. Even though it counts as a turn to interrupt, you get the interrupt stone, which means the only thing you can do for that turn is discard the interrupt stone. So it's still technically a turn, but I mean you used it to interrupt or something like that. So it balances out well. So I'm going to put the rest together, and yeah, I wish I could play, but I'm not going to have time to play tonight. Or even read the, well, I might be able to read the rules and stuff like that. So, but this is Serpent's Tongue. It's very cool, and I can't wait to play it. So, you got your cool codexes, deck building, hidden deck kind of game with some cool roleplay gesture aspects to it, and I can't wait to play. Unfortunately, I can't right now. It's got a nice spine to it, got the symbols. I'm sure it actually means something because it actually has a translation guide somewhere online on their website. So this probably says Serpent's Tongue, maybe. This is translated as well, probably. I think it's translated, someone's got that online too. So this will be my codex. Margot, that's the other one. But definitely good to, you know, someone else can buy, you know, your friends can buy a box. It comes with 2, so, you know, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, you know, you can get one for each other, so you each have one. Or if you, and then if your friend's a couple or something like that, and you know, you're like, oh, I don't want to buy one just to get one book, you can split with a friend or something like that, and that way you can each get your own set. You can split the cards or whatever you want to do for that. But can't wait to play. I will try to get a how to play guide. Again, it'll probably be very, very rusty. Definitely look at Ricky Royale's breakdown of this game. It's what really got me wanting to get into this game. There are some the creator, I guess, online has like a review too. He's got a couple people playing the game as well. He'll show you how to play. So that's that. That's Serpent's Tongue.